You got pumped 4-0. I mean, that Batman, you needed more than Superman on your shirt, man. It wasn't good, was it?
You know what? I'm going to be honest with you. I thought we were actually quite good.
Yeah.
I think in playing football, we opened you up a few times. I think you guys were very clinical, which is somewhat unusual. It was like the roles were reversed in the first 30 minutes. We were pressing hard. We were catching you in midfield, and Salah hit the post, and there were a few chances. And then the flip side, you guys were just really clinical. And I got to say, in the end, it could have been 4, 5, 6, 7, but. I didn't think we were that bad, to be honest with you. Defensively, we were shocking.
I think it was the defence. It was the tail of your defence, because we were all expecting it to be City's defence that was the weak spot. And we were, don't get me wrong, you had a bundle of chances, obviously, that hit the post. I think you could have scored 3 or 4 goals in that first half alone. And you had chances in the second half as well. And we had a lot of chances as well. And I think sometimes it's who scores that first goal and who takes enough early chances. And once we scored the first goal, we got stronger and better and more confident. And then the second goal, I think, kind of put you more on the back foot. And from that initial spell of 20 minutes of putting a lot of pressure on, you weren't pressing as much.
Nah, you could tell. I don't want to make excuses, but I think once we went 2 goals down, I think against this City team, the confidence, they play around you very, very well. And I think the motivation obviously isn't there as well. I think once we went to 2-0, I think the boys sort of knew, listen, the game's lost. Conserve a little bit more energy. And then you guys are phenomenal. If a team isn't playing intense against you guys will open up any team, Liverpool, whoever it is. So fair play to you guys.
Yeah.
Sad time, but hopefully the next match we play, we'll pick up some form.
Yeah, is that gonna? How much influence is this result and the performance going to have on next season? Not just in terms of who's going to go into next season more confident and everything else, but will this help Klopp to buy 1 or 2 players in the transfer market? Is that going to make a difference?
So I was thinking that as well. I was thinking this might be the sort of chip in his hand to go to the owners and say, listen, we need some fresh blood, people that haven't won the title or sorts of, to come in. It might help, it might not. I mean, ultimately, COVID-19 has damaged nearly every club's finances. But I think, with the African Cup of Nations being moved, I think we'll probably go with a very similar team as now. And I expect us to be there or thereabouts, to be honest with you again. I think the only close that gap now. Yeah.
I mean, right now the gap's 20 points. I still maintain that Liverpool have to drop off next season for anybody to have a chance, and other teams have to step up. And so going in the transfer, if you had to get any position right now, if I said, Cam, you can get one almost world-class player right now that's going to benefit your team, that's going to make a huge difference, what position would you be looking at?
If it wasn't to strengthen our sort of front line behind Salah, Mane and Firmino...
I want someone who's going to play in your first team. Someone who's going to play in your first team.
It would be a centre-half of, not Van Dijk's quality, because there's no one in the world of that quality, I think, but it would be a sort of tall, stronger, physical half. Koulibaly, someone like that. I mean, that's the lazy name, right? In like go-to person, but someone of that 6'4", very fast, very dominant, that plays around and nobody's getting past. Basically, that's lock and load. So I think the midfield's fine. We got 5 or 6 options there. Centre half, I don't think Lovren's good enough. No, I think Matip's too injury prone, and I think Gomez is a very good centre half, but I prefer somebody a bit more physical myself.
Maybe, I mean, Gomez is still young, isn't he? He's early 20s, Gomez.
22.
Yeah, so he's got loads of time to develop. And if you could get someone like Koulibaly, just turned 29, City wants to and having for 2 seasons, whilst Gomez is learning and developing, that could be the difference. But
the money would be silly for Koulibaly. He's 29. There's no resale value. But
I don't see FSG going for someone like Koulibaly. He's just not their kind of player, age-wise and profile-wise.
You're right. And to be honest with you, to buy a 60, 70 million pound player, 29, you know, it's ludicrous. So I don't see it happening. But the profile is more what I'm talking about. So, I mean, I'm not a scout, but I'm assuming there's got to be another Koulibaly out there, which is apt, undiscovered. But, you know, Gomez can develop. I just think he's a little bit weak in the air. His recovery is good. Pace is good. He brings the ball out really well. But I think in the really top games, I personally prefer Matip. But Matip's too unreliable. From an injury perspective. But, you know, we have I think where we need to strengthen it is basically the front line in terms of depth.
I
think we're good to go again.
All right, Cam. Thanks very much for coming on tonight, mate. Obviously, you know, getting beat 4-0, it's going to be a bit disappointing. So, you know, big up to you for having the guts to come and front up and have a chat about it. You take care, mate.
Always a pleasure.
Yeah.
Take
Have
care.
a good night, mate. Have a good night.
Bye-bye.